Okay, let's dive right in. We're tackling a pretty big question today, actually. Can that small amount you spend every day, maybe without even thinking like you're cutting chai or a quick Vetapav, maybe a small data pack, can that really be the seed money to make you a crorepity?
Yeah, it sounds a bit wild, doesn't it? Almost too good to be true. Most people, they have this idea that investing is only for the rich, that you need a huge lump sum to even start.
Right, you look at your expenses, maybe your income, and think, I can't afford to invest. But we're digging into PV Subramanyam's book, Retire Rich, Invest Rs 40 a Day, because it flips that whole idea on its head.
Exactly. The book's core message and what we want to pull out is this. Financial discipline, just getting into the habit, is way more important than how much money you actually start with, especially at the beginning.
It's about breaking that mental barrier, that feeling of, I'll start later when I have more money.
Precisely. It's designed to be super accessible. Think about that source material context we looked at. Maybe like a simple YouTube review saying, "Welcome to our channel." It aims for that level of approachability.
Okay, so let's unpack this cutting try idea. The 40 isn't literal, obviously.
No, no, it's symbolic. It stands for finding one tiny, almost insignificant expense you make daily, something you barely notice.
40 rupees a day, that adds up to, what, about 1,200 offs a month?
Yeah, around that. And the key is, for most people, finding Euro 100 a month is actually possible. It doesn't feel like a massive sacrifice.
So it's not really about the money itself, is it? It's more psychological.
It's totally behavioral. It gets rid of that myth that you need, say, 10,000 rupees just to open an account.
Mm.
It's about redirecting. You take a mindless spend and make it a mindful investment. It's building the muscle, the habit. That's the genius of it.
Okay, habit building, I get that. But if it's only 1,200 a month, why the big rush? Why is starting now so critical versus waiting a few years until maybe you could invest, I don't know, 5,000 a month?
Because time is your secret weapon. That's where compounding kicks in. People call it the eighth wonder of the world, and honestly, it kind of is.
A snowball effect.
Yeah, exactly. Your daily Euro 40 or your 1,200 a month, it's like a tiny snowball.
Yeah.
You start rolling at the top of a really, really long hill, and the difference time makes is just staggering. Think about it. Someone starting at 20 with just 1,200 all a month, they'll likely end up much wealthier than someone starting at 40, even if that person puts in 10,000 a month.
Just because the snowball has so much longer to roll and grow.
20 extra years of rolling down that hill. It gathers so much more momentum, so much more mass. The takeaway is crystal clear. Start now. Don't wait.
Okay, start now. Be consistent. But consistency, that's the hard part, isn't it? People get excited, start strong for a month, maybe two, then life happens. How do you actually stick with it for years, for decades?
That's the practical magic trick. Automation. The book heavily pushes the systematic investment plan, the SIP. Think of it as the most important subscription you'll ever have. It's a behavioral hack. You set it up once, and the money gets invested automatically every single month, like clockwork. Doesn't matter if the market's up or down.
So it takes the decision-making, the emotion, maybe even the laziness right out of the equation.
Completely. It guarantees consistency because it makes discipline passive. You set it, you forget it well, not entirely forget, but you don't have to actively do anything each month.
So pulling it all together, the real power of this book seems to be psychological. It just obliterates the common excuses.
Totally. I don't have enough money. Gone. Investing is too complicated. Nope. Start with 40. I'll start later. Bad idea. Compounding needs time.
It's like giving yourself permission to actually start building wealth.
Exactly. But, and this is an important but, we need to add a caveat. The book is brilliant as a starting point, a launch pad. It's intentionally simplified to get you moving.
Okay, so it's not the whole story.
Right. It gets you off the couch, metaphorically speaking. But as your investments grow, you absolutely need to learn more. Things like asset allocation, managing risk, that stuff becomes crucial later. This book is the ignition key, not the entire car manual and roadmap.
That's a really important distinction. It gets you started, builds the foundation, but the core message is powerful. You can start today. You are capable of building wealth. It encourages action, much like, those calls to action you see, do, like, share, subscribe. It's about engaging and committing.
And the book uses that great analogy, right? Investing is like planting a tiny sapling.
Yeah.
For the first few years, you might look at your small investment and think, is this even doing anything? But underground, you're building these massive roots.
Roots that will support huge growth later on.
Exactly. It's all happening, even when it's not obvious on the surface.
So maybe the thought to leave everyone with is this. What's the small, almost invisible action you can take today, right now, to plant your own financial sapling.
Because your future self, they'll thank you immensely for the roots you start building today.
That was the deep dive.